We've asked Deutsche Bahn what must be done to secure life on Earth for the long-term future. And what are you guys doing now to do that? Let's have a look at your answer.
Climate change has become a reality for everyone. Hotter summers and heavier storms have gone from being exceptional events to regular occurrences. Every year, millions of hectares of forest are destroyed. Biodiversity continues to decline and deserts grow. This big picture is a clear wake-up call for all of us. We have the responsibility to do something about that. We need to act now, because it's the only way to leave a world worth living in for future generations. This is precisely what the UN Sustainable Development Goals stand for. In Goal 15, Life on Land, is all about protecting and restoring terrestrial ecosystems. We must manage forests sustainably and fight against the disappearance of animal and plant species. Goal 15 covers these and many other issues. At Deutsche Bahn, we are fully behind it, just as we support all the other Sustainable Development Goals.
After all, we all know that time is running out. Every day, more rivers are being polluted, lakes are drying up, and rainforests are being razed. Deserts are growing in size. Biodiversity is steadily declining, something that affects us all. Protecting our environment is kind of like running a marathon, but we're still at the very beginning. Germany has already run the first few miles, and Europe has taken steps forward too. It's not only in Germany that more ecosystems are being protected and restored, and their sustainable usage encouraged. The most recent Eurostat report on the EU's progress towards reaching the SDGs has shown that modest progress has been made, including in forested areas and the butterfly population. Around the globe as well, numerous projects are helping to reforest wooded areas and taking action to protect species and preserve ecosystems. Even so, we haven't come much further than the starting line. Awareness of these challenges has grown worldwide, but that's not enough. We must act. Every single one of us. We need more sustainable strategies, more semi-natural ecosystems. Achieving this will require greater cooperation. We must work together to make this happen. It's time to put our proposals and ideas into action, not just for ourselves, but for our children and grandchildren too.
Ensuring a sustainable future for the generations to come. That is the responsibility of us all, here and now. We at Deutsche Bahn are contributing to this goal. We are already providing our customers with green mobility because rail is the most eco-friendly transport mode and traveling by rail actively protects the climate. But we want to go further. With our strong rail strategy, we are working hard to ensure that the railway becomes the backbone of tomorrow's clean and integrated mobility. That is why we are pushing ahead with DB's green transformation, protecting the climate, conserving nature, saving resources, improving noise protection and enhancing social sustainability. These 5 action areas are among our strategic goals, clearly committed by the management team, part of our DNA throughout the entire organization and put into action by concrete measures. They reaffirm our identity as a provider of green mobility and logistics. And in doing so, we will help to ensure a better future and keep this planet worth living on.
The time for doubt is definitely over. Now it's time for action. We at Deutsche Bahn have implemented a sustainability and eco strategy with more than 150 very concrete measures to bring the green transformation at Deutsche Bahn forward. I'm gonna give you 3 concrete examples. First, our beaver manager ensure that this protected species live safely in the waterways along the tracks without posing any risk to the railway traffic. That's a classic win-win situation for economy and ecology. Second, we at Deutsche Bahn lease DB property at no cost to private beekeepers and this measure alone has given more than 50 million honeybees a new home over the last years. And third, a little bit surprising, we let goats, wild horses and even some water buffaloes graze in restricted areas, and that gives new space, new room for rare species and animals to thrive. We know that the best way to protect flora and fauna is to let it be untouched. Therefore, we at Deutsche Bahn leave some woodlands in south-central Germany completely alone. Nevertheless, sometimes it's necessary to intervene with nature, especially when we build new, climate-friendly railway tracks. If that's the case, we create new habitats, we relocate, for example, sand lizards and toads during the construction period and bring them back to their original home when the construction is finished. Protecting nature, fostering biodiversity, being a real sustainable company, that's part of the DNA at Deutsche Bahn, because we want to hand over a planet to our kids and our grandchildren that is as wonderful, as great, as amazing as the one that has been given to us by our parents. And for all this stands the green transformation at Deutsche Bahn.